Hi, I'm Roddy Martin, Vice President of Supply Chain Product Marketing at Oracle. And I have with me Rebecca, and I'm going to ask her to introduce herself and talk about the key stakeholders. So Rebecca is from Oracle Consulting Services, so she has some strong ideas about what the value propositions are or the challenges and opportunities with the various stakeholders. So Rebecca, over to you.
Thank you very much. So I'm Rebecca Whitworth. I'm a practice director with Oracle Consulting. I've been working with Oracle since 2000, so lots of different experiences with various customers and projects. So what I want to talk about is the perspective of three different groups or areas when it comes to going to the cloud. So the first group is from the business users. So from a business perspective, when we're implementing with the cloud, we implement based on standard business processes and standard business flows. So this is an opportunity from a business perspective to refine their existing processes, the way they're currently doing their business or conducting business with their customers, stakeholders, et cetera. This is the opportunity to refine that, to make it better. And as part of consulting, we come to the table with recommendations and templates on what those flows should be based on best practices in the industry. So it's a real opportunity for the business to make their processes better. And then from the perspective of the IT department or the CIO, some of the things that may keep this team up at night, such as how am I going to manage all my patches, how am I going to manage all my upgrades, that is taken care of as part of migrating to the cloud, so they don't have to be, they can remove those tasks from their list of assignments and responsibilities, and that's always a good thing from the perspective of IT. And then last, from the perspective of implementation, since we do implement based on the standard best business practices, and we come to the table with these templates, it's an opportunity to implement the various applications in a more streamlined, efficient, productive method. So those are the three aspects of moving to the cloud that I wanted to share.
Sure, and one comment I'd like to make, and that is that obviously users are used to very different approaches to deployment, where it's sort of become the onus of the IT organization to get the system in and hand it over to the business. And what I hear you saying is, in deploying cloud-based solutions, the business has to be much more of an integral part of designing the processes, designing the implementation and change management, etc. Is this the majority of customers that are still used to on-premise, or what do you see as a trend?
What I see as a trend in moving to the cloud is the business has to be an integral part because we are, in most cases, changing the way that they may do some of their existing things. And part of this is also incorporating cloud adoption services as part of the project implementation strategy, because we realize we will be doing some things differently. It helps to be able to identify where those changes may be from a business flow perspective, and to help from a communication and a training perspective make sure that the users are ready for the change. So I hope that answers your question.
It does. And in fact, let me ask another question, and that is, to what extent do the leaders get involved? I can understand that functional leaders, so the head of logistics or the head of inventory planning would get involved. But what about the head of HR or the chief supply chain officer? Do you see them getting actively involved in the projects, or is it still early days?
No, we do see them getting involved in the project, especially from a cloud adoption services perspective. So that's where we do build the relationships with, maybe it's the HR manager or HR director, because we are, maybe changing some of the job tasks and some of the responsibilities of some of the end users. So yeah, we are talking with them more now with cloud than what we ever did with on-premise.
Fantastic, Rebecca. Thank you very much for those insights. Enjoy the conference. I think what you'll see is a lot of path to the cloud discussion from all of Oracle's partners, consultants, and obviously Oracle Consulting Services.